Page host.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta enable screen sharing.
All right, 1 second. Screen share. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, this is the MVC structure. And we built it in Java FX. So that's the scene builder stuff and so on. You guys know about that, right? Yeah, I'm guessing so.
Yes.
Okay. So, what would you like me to do? Go through the code or run the program for you to see what's the output?
You could first go through the code and then run the
Yeah,
program.
go
So
through the code
you
first and
know,
explain like more detailed part, like if you should change the code, how you gonna affect, how the code gonna affect like the program and what you can change in the program and so forth.
Okay, so this here is the main page. This is the main file. Without this, your program cannot run. This is after the Java. Sorry, I didn't sleep for days. That's why I'm a little bit like this. Anyway, so in here you specify which file is gonna display first, what screen you want to display first. In this case, we're gonna display the login screen first, and we set the height and width of the screen. And this is just some basic stuff that you use to display the window. So login, that's this login field, this login file here. So when this program runs, the first screen that's going to print or display is the login. So after the login, this is a global Java file. This and this file, the global Java file and user session Java file work hand in hand to store the user information through a session. So these are your getters and setters. And basically how this works is you can, the controller has access to these fxml file. The model cannot communicate with the fxml file, which is the view. So all the communication would have to be done, all the communication between the model and the view would have to be done through the controller. So let me show you a part. You see you get at fxml file here, at fxml. So if we were to call this function in one of our fxml file, then it would display whatever this is saying here. So I think this one here is being referenced in the dashboard. Yeah.
So here, question. The new project, that would be if a user would want to like add a new task to the management app.
Where exactly? What are you talking about? The sidebar here?
In the new project.
The fxml file?
Yeah.
So your question is if how I didn't get a question.
This
sorry.
Code, the new project, would that code allow the user to like add a new management, a new task, sorry, to the management app?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
And basically this here is just a screen. Like this is just what your screen would look like. So if I were to open this in the scene builder, you would only see a basic layout of what a screen should look like. And then you can manipulate it using your controller. So you connect through the controller using this function here, which is fx controller. You state the package name and the controller name. Without this package name, this won't work. And this here, you got to ensure that this package here is in this file for the fxml file to recognize this controller. So in all the controllers, you got to ensure that you have this package. Okay, so what this app.setRoot does is that when this function is called from this fxml file. So let me see, new project. Look at how, look at its references here on action. So then on action, you call the new project function, which is located in the controller. We've connected to it through this here. So when it calls new project function, app.set root new project. The app is from this main file here, and it's basically saying that set the root to the new project, which is where is it? New project, right here, yeah, to this file. So when this function is called, the next screen that you're gonna see is the new project screen. So that's basically how these things work. It's basically the same thing, but you just do it using the different files, like the view and the model and controller. So this here, I did a pie chart, and this query here basically selects, like it's here. So this query that we have over here, it basically counts. Let me run this for us to show you. You're gonna get lost. So this is our task table, and what this is saying here is that select the count of task ID, and so you're selecting count, you're selecting task ID and task status, right? This is this first field here and this one. From project, that's the next thing over here, the next table. This is the project table. So, and that was the task table I just showed you, right? So we're saying select task status and task ID from project and task, these two tables where, oh, just cracked my neck. Okay, sorry about that. So basically we use these here to just, instead of writing out back this entire name, you use P as a shortcut and T to represent task as a shortcut, which is a table name. So it's saying get task ID and task status, where in the task table, we have a project ID. And anyway, I guess you guys don't want me to go through this because I don't think anybody's understanding. Or y'all understand this?
I don't understand personally, so I just try to get a grasp of it.
Yeah, it's a little bit complicated to understand when you don't really understand the basics. I'm not sure how to explain it from a point of view where you'll understand. Anyway, what this is basically doing is that it's getting this information. It's counting how much task status we have in the task table, how much we have. So we have 2 pending and 1 of all of these. That's what our statement is doing, the SQL statement. So this is our connection to the database, and this connection is coming from the DB connect file. And in this DB connect file, we have a DB connect function. So yeah, get connect function, sorry. So we reference the DB connect, which is this file here. And then this is a function. So get connect, you reference get connect, and the connection is in here. So we have host name, port, and so on. Basic connection to DB stuff. And you basically store the results of this statement in this here. And while this thing has some results, while there's some results stored, or once the statement executes and you have a result, we're going to perform this. Otherwise, we're just going to print out an error, say an error on DB connection, and then we're going to return. So this is basically the pie chart stuff. Is there anything else you want me to explain, like specifically? This is a logout function that basically clear all the global variables that we have, which was the session stuff. And you said, and in the back here, you can see clean user session. This is the next function that's in the global file. So basically you just clear the session, delete everything, and it resets the scene back to, or the screen back to the login screen upon clicking logout.
Okay.
There's a lot of code to explain, so
I think for the most part, what we would want to explain in the video is how the model connect with the controller and how that connects with the scene builder pages and how it how we can retrieve data from the database.
okay, well, I think I already explained how we connect from a fxml file or the view to the controller,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's true, the controller part here. This here, this is what calls controller. That's how you connect the controller and connect from the controller to the model. We import it. So we say import models, all task model. So this one here is connected to this here. So it's referencing models in this package here, all task models. All task model. So in this all task model here, in the model, we basically have all our getters and setters, as you can see here. This is a big file. So search task, you call it query and you store it in here. So get task list. I'm looking for an example to show you. Okay, now let me go with this one. Write to database. This write to database function that's available in the model. So ignore the noise in the background. I'm not home. It's not where I live. Disclaimer. What am I looking for? I'm looking. This file is just a really, really big file, so I'm trying to get lost and you can't look at things in here. What am I looking for? Ah, there it is. So we have this write to database function. This is basically, so when you click a button, it would this is the update function. This is the function to update a record. So you have write to database here. And this connects directly to the database because the view connects to the controller and the controller connects to the model connects to the database, right? So when we click on an update function, update button on the screen, which I am looking for. Damn, why is this thing so hard to find back? I'm looking to get data. In case anybody see it, just let me know. It's a hashtag get data. There it is. So this button here. So it has text save and on action, get data, right? This is the update part. This is the update. So once a user puts in data here and they click on save, the on action would be get data, and then this view would like tell this controller, yo, get some data for me, you know, like carry on this function, execute this function. So in here now, this is the get data function. So what this would do is you get a all task model, it's connecting to the model, it's saying write to the database, right? This is the next function inside this all task model. Oh my god, just yeah, so all task model, write to database, and it's sending all of this information here, which was entered from here. So if you look, you can see that it has the same ID. So SID, you see it over here, right? So it's basically sending this information to here, and then here it's passing this information that it has collected to this write to database function. So in this write to database function, it collects all of the values and it stores it inside these string values, or string variables, I should say. Yeah, it stores in the string variables and the connection to the database. And now we gotta collect the data. We gotta collect the data that is stored inside this variable here. We gotta collect it. So we collect it by stating that integer ID, integer value of ID. So this is how we collect it. Collect the information that the controller has passed to the model. This one currently is not working. And yeah, these two. I gotta fix some of these things. There's some small changes I need to make. So it collects the data and then it stores it in the next variable. Right, and then this is the variable that it's gonna send the value. It stores this inside of this. Or let me use task name. It stores task name inside this string variable here. And then this is the update statement that's going directly to the database. So we're saying update task, set task name to whatever variable we have here. And then you just continue. So you can see we have task name. You gotta ensure that you put this exact name, like set task name, to the same thing that we have in the database. Otherwise it won't work. So you see task name is there. And task name, set task name to whatever variable value you have here. And you do that for all the rest. And where ID is equal to this ID here that has been passed from all the way here. Any questions? Any questions on that?
Not for me. I think I got a general gist of when you explain the task, adding a new task.
Yeah. Okay.
I know.
What else would you guys like for me to go through?
The features, I think, yeah.
The features
That's
of.
on the front end.
Okay, you want to see the front end now?
Yeah.
Please.
Okay. Oh, my neck hurts. Sorry, I'm complaining so much. It's me doing. You're tired. Me trying to be funny. Haha. And we wait for it to run. All right. So currently I have 2 projects. I was a bit skeptical about adding that delete function for a project, but it is in the requirement. So I did add it, but I'm still skeptical about it because we just have so little project, there's not much. Anyway, so before deleting, we're gonna create a new one because I don't want to delete any of my projects. So I'm gonna log in. Password. Okay, so I have to still set up this part here. Instead of having to click this button, it could just load. Didn't have time to do that as yet. Yeah, so this is our pie chart, which is showing the tasks, the ones that completed, progress, in progress, not started, pending. We can add a new project. I also have to clear out these fields. So this is going to be our project that we're going to delete. So we create a new project. I don't know. Somebody give me a name. Mary. Successfully created. So if you were to go here and on this function, we'd see that the record that we just added for the function, for the new project is here. Great. So we already see this pie chart. I gotta adjust this a little bit more so it has enough space to display the other stuff. As you can see, when we load it, it has like that little thing showing the names, but yeah, I need to give it some more space. So we add new project, and we're not going to delete project as yet, but delete project is here. So for our tasks, these are a separated task into four main categories, and you can delete them. You see it has been deleted. You can delete the task. You can edit it through here. So I have to start out this date stuff as well. So that's two things I need to do. And you can change its description to, let's say, description. And click on save. You can see this has changed description. And just the next example, task. Let's change the description as well. And I also want to add a list of values for this instead of having to type it. So that's the next thing I got to do as well. So we can say from not started, we can change the status to completed. Click on save. And you can see no content in the table because there isn't any task that has the status of not started, but it went over here. We can change back this, maybe put it back to not started. And to make this easier, this changing status thing, that's the reason why I want to put the list of values. So we won't have to. And we got a key value over here. So we can add a new task. John. John is here. So we've seen update, delete, read, and add task. And users. We can add a new user. Let's see. Give me a name, somebody. John. It seems as though I can only remember John and Mary. Password. And we're going to give this person a member role. There is also something pretty cool, like when you log in as a person with the role being a member and admin. I'm going to show you guys. So currently we're logged in as admin. And you can see that we can see all of this here, right, guys?
Yeah.
Good. So let me log out. So if I were to log out and john@gmail.com, remember John has a role of member. He has a member role. So if you go to users, you can see that we can only see information for John. Pretty cool, huh? Then you can change this dude to admin. And if you were to log out and log in back with his email and password, see, he has all, he's able to see everything. Now, can you guys just give me a second? I'm getting a call. All right, yeah. So that is stuff with the role. So if you log in as an admin, you're able to see everything. Whereas if you log in as a member, you're only able to see your information and edit it. Obviously I can go more in depth in terms of like hiding the delete button for when a member logs in, but I don't think there's enough time for that. So I think once the functionality is there, or I know I should say that once the functionality is there, that's all that matters when it comes to your lecture and marking. So if you guys want me to do it, then I could maybe take some more time and get it done. Or if not, then yeah, that's fine. So we've seen add new user, delete and update. We've seen update, right? Oh, we didn't see delete. So you can delete as well. So the user disappeared. Project details. So this is our details of the project that we're currently in. We can change this to completed. The date stuff was given some issues, so I just moved on instead of spending too much time on them, but I still have to fix them before I give the project to you guys. So you can save changes. And for the delete project, I'm just gonna go log out first. Let me see. Seeing all the projects. Let me see. So I'm gonna log in as admin. I'm gonna log in as this person here that has a project ID, that belongs to the project with the ID 1. So this is to prove or see the delete function work. But here, if you look here for this project, it only has one task, and the task has a status of completed. Therefore, this pie chart here has nothing but 100% completed. So yeah, we're gonna delete this project. So delete. Oh my god, I don't like deleting projects. Somebody want to click OK for me, please. Okay, and the project has been deleted. So if we go here now, so that dude belonged to project ID 1. So if we were to select all projects, you'd see we don't have a project ID 1 anymore. Any questions? And all of our changes that we made, I already had a function at all there. Anyway, John, remember we created John, and we had added him as a member, and then we updated it to admin. You can see that here. You have the user role as admin for John that we created. Any questions?
No, I think I understand all the features. So,
Okay,
yeah,
great.
it's pretty
I gotta remove-
straightforward.
I gotta remove this part here as well. Yeah. Because we aren't doing sign up. Yeah, so basically you just have to do like those finishing touches, like stuff where the date, and so gotta go into the database. That's fine stuff that you saw that was not done, of course. Well, any questions? Any other questions? Any questions or comments?
What did you say?
I didn't get that.
I'm asking to repeat the thing.
Okay. Yeah, try one. I still let me hear you. Sorry. Yeah, well, if there's no questions or comments, then I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's it for me. I don't know
Okay.
about it, guys.
Is there
Jovan?
anything else that you guys would like for me to do? Oh,
I guess it's fine.
For the login page, like how you have the smiley face, can you just put like a random, like those profile avatar pictures?
yeah, sure. You guys can send me the picture and I can put it in. There's no problem.
Sorry.
Is there anything else you want me to do?
For me.
Somebody speaking?
Yeah, I think everything is okay so far.
Dashboard task user and project details. You could lower it a little.
I didn't get that.
For
I
this
should probably
for this stuff.
for the
This stuff. You could like lower it. Just like a little bit.
yeah, sure. That's like
All right. That should be all for me.
If there's anything, I can call you tonight if you gotta explain the code just a bit. So you should know what's going on. All right. No harm done in it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I don't know your name. What's your name?
Nandini.
Nandini. Thank you, Nandini.
Yeah, no problem. I'll just do my finishing touches and then I'll send the code. I'm not sure who's the person name as well.
Yeah, I don't
For
know.
me.
Yeah, something goes in. You can forward it to everybody and we can make the video and let's upload the shit. Thank you, Nandini, for speaking. God bless America.